Welcome back. This is part 2 of the mysteries of Mount Shasta. In part 1, we went through the mysteries of Mount Shasta as an introduction. In this video, we'll dig into the historical context of Mount Shasta. It will be more of a documentary report on the geological, historical, and paranormal legacy of Northern California's most mysterious volcano. Dominating the skyline of Northern California, Mount Shasta rises more than 14,000 feet above the surrounding wilderness. To geologists, it is one of the largest stratovolcanoes in the Cascade Volcanic Arc. To historians, it is a region shaped by indigenous cultures, mining booms, railroads, volcanic catastrophes, and submerged towns. And to others, it remains one of the most mysterious locations in North America. The region surrounding Mount Shasta contains layers of history, both visible and hidden. There's ancient lava flows, there's sacred tribal lands, there's underground cave systems, and there's drowned settlements beneath reservoir waters. Mount Shasta has strange geological formations. There's reports of unexplained aerial phenomena, and there's legends of beings said to exist beneath the mountain itself. Let's explore the historical and geological reality of Mount Shasta, while also examining the mysteries and legends that continue to surround it. Mount Shasta is estimated to be several 100,000 years old, and it was formed through repeated volcanic eruptions over vast geological time. The mountain is classified as a composite stratovolcano, meaning it was built through alternating layers of lava, volcanic ash, rock debris, and pyroclastic material. Scientists believe the modern mountain was formed from multiple overlapping volcanic cones that eventually merged into the massive structure that's visible today. The volcano remains active, though it is dormant. Historical geological evidence suggests that major eruptions occurred within the last several thousand years, that lava flows once extended across huge portions of Northern California, and future eruptions still remain possible. The mountain contains glaciers, lava tubes, volcanic caves, fumaroles, and hydrothermal systems. The immense volcanic activity shaped nearly every aspect of the surrounding region. North of Mount Shasta lies the region known as the Lava Beds National Monument. The area was created through ancient volcanic eruptions that produced vast lava flows across the landscape. As molten lava cooled, it hardened outer crusts that formed. The liquid lava continued flowing beneath the surface. Hollow lava tubes remained after drainage. Today, the region contains hundreds of caves and underground passages. Some lava tubes stretch for miles beneath the earth. Fun fact, the indigenous tribes once used portions of these cave systems for shelter, for ceremonial activity, and even defense strongholds. Archaeologists have discovered petroglyphs, charcoal remains, stone tools, and ancient markings. The caves remain one of the most mysterious aspects of the region because of their enormous size, the difficult mapping conditions, and reports of strange acoustics and magnetic irregularities. Some paranormal researchers speculate that undiscovered tunnel systems may connect to deeper areas beneath Mount Shasta itself, though there's no scientific evidence that confirms this theory. Long before European settlers arrived, the Mount Shasta region was inhabited by several indigenous nations, including the Wintu tribe, Modoc tribe, Shasta Indian Nation, and the Achumawe tribe. For many tribes, Mount Shasta was considered sacred. Oral traditions described beings descending from the sky, powerful entities living within the mountain, sacred springs possessing healing properties, and the mountain acting as a spiritual center of the world. Some legends spoke of underground realms or hidden interior chambers. In caves throughout the Northern California area, Archaeologists and historians have documented petroglyphs, pictographs, symbolic carvings, geometric patterns, and astronomical imagery. Certain researchers believe some cave markings may align with solstice events, lunar cycles, or even star positions. Though interpretations vary widely, many scholars believe the markings held ceremonial or cosmological significance. During the mid-1800s, Northern California experienced an explosive growth due to the gold rush. Mining settlements had rapidly appeared around the Mount Shasta region. Prospectors searched for gold, silver, copper, mercury, and obsidian deposits. Entire communities emerged almost overnight. And mining camps evolved into rough frontier towns, featuring saloons, blacksmith shops, trading posts, rail depots, and lodging operations. The region became economically important due to mineral extraction, timber industries, and transportation routes through the Cascades. Old mining tunnels still exist throughout portions of the region, many abandoned and unmapped. Some local legends claim certain tunnels extend unusually deep into the volcanic rock formations. These stories later merged with conspiracy theories involving hidden underground civilizations and secret passageways beneath Mount Shasta. The arrival of the railroad had transformed the Mount Shasta area during the late 19th century. Rail systems connected Northern California to Oregon, San Francisco, and Pacific trade routes. Rail expansion had allowed mining industries to flourish. Timber transportation, tourism growth, and settlement expansions. Historic rail lines passed through dramatic volcanic terrain and mountain forests. The railroads had also introduced Mount Shasta to the wilder American public. Travel writers began describing the mountain as mysterious, spiritually powerful, and beautiful beyond explanation. And by the early 1900s, tourism surrounding the mountain had already begun attracting spiritual seekers and paranormal enthusiasts. One of the lesser-known historical stories about Mount Shasta involves the communities that are submerged beneath Shasta Lake. During the 1930s and 1940s, the construction of Shasta Dam was created, California's largest reservoir. As waters rose, entire towns disappeared beneath the lake. Rail lines were flooded, cemeteries were relocated, roads had vanished underwater, and historic buildings were abandoned. Among the submerged communities was the historic town of Kennett. Kennett had once been a thriving mining town that was supported by nearby copper operations. Historical accounts describe schools, hotels, saloons, smelters, residential neighborhoods, and rail infrastructure. After the flooding, much of the town remained preserved underwater. During severe drought years, remnants occasionally reemerge. Divers and historians have documented foundations, structural remains, old equipment, and portions of bridges and roads. The drowned towns beneath Lake Shasta have contributed to local ghost stories and paranormal speculation for decades. The glory hole phenomena is one of the strangest modern features associated with Lake Shasta. It's not a big, secret classified government project, nor is it a gateway to another dimension or other worlds. It is the massive spillway known as the glory hole. The glory hole is a giant circular overflow drain built into the reservoir system, so when water levels rise high enough, the water will funnel into the enormous spillway. The drain prevents dangerous overflow conditions at the dam. The structure can create a dramatic whirlpool-like effect. For years, the drought conditions kept the spillway inactive due to the low water levels. However, in recent years, after major storms and increased snowpack, the glory hole became active again as reservoir levels recovered. The return of the spillway generated renewed public fascination, because the structure appears visually unnatural. The vortex effect resembles a giant sinkhole, and rumors and urban legends developed around it. Some conspiracy theories claim the spillway connects to underground tunnel systems, that strange sounds emerge from beneath the lake. It's a gateway to another dimension, and even that the flooded towns below are somehow tied to the paranormal activity. In reality, the glory hole is an engineered hydraulic overflow system, and its eerie appearance has fueled decades of speculation. The Mount Shasta region has long been associated with reports of unusual geological and electromagnetic behavior. Visitors and researchers have occasionally reported compass irregularities, unusual radio interference, strong static electricity, sensations of a vibration, and disorientation in remote volcanic areas. Some scientists suggest these effects may result from mineral deposits, volcanic rock composition, magnetic variations in basalt formations, or atmospheric conditions. Others believe the region may sit upon unusual underground geological structures. Mount Shasta has also become associated with theories involving astronomical alignments. Certain researchers and spiritual groups claim that ancient sites align with the solstice sunrise positions, that cave markings correspond to constellations, and that the mountain itself acts as a geomagnetic focal point. While many claims do remain speculative, the geological uniqueness of the region is undeniable. The paranormal reputation of Mount Shasta did not emerge from a single source. Instead, it developed through a combination of indigenous legends, geological isolation, strange natural phenomena, spiritual movements, UFO culture, and frontier folklore. Over time, these stories evolved into modern conspiracy theories involving the Lemurian survivors, underground crystal cities, interdimensional beings, hidden tunnel systems, Bigfoot creatures, the little people, and other cryptids, and UFO bases beneath the mountain. Reported paranormal events include strange lights in the sky, disappearing hikers, humanoid sightings, mysterious sounds, sudden weather changes, and glowing cave entrances. Mount Shasta became especially popular within the UFO culture during the mid-20th century. Witnesses claim to observe disc-shaped crafts, silent glowing objects, lights entering the mountain, and cloud formations allegedly concealing UFOs. Theories involving 5D beings and hidden civilizations emerged later through New Age spiritual movements. Some believers claim that advanced non-human intelligence continues to inhabit hidden realms beneath the volcano. Skeptics argue that the mountain simply inspires myth because of its scale, its beauty, and its isolation. It is the mountain of contradictions. Mount Shasta exists at the crossroad of science, history, mythology, and mystery. It's simultaneously a real volcanic system, a sacred indigenous landmark, a region shaped by mining and railroads, a place of geological wonder, and a center of paranormal folklore. Beneath its snow-covered peaks lie ancient lava tubes, forgotten mining tunnels, flooded towns, sacred tribal history, and stories humanity still struggles to explain. Whether the mysteries of Mount Shasta are rooted in folklore, misunderstood geology, cultural mythology, or something still undiscovered, remains uncertain. But the mountain continues to inspire the same questions generation after generation. What truly lies beneath Mount Shasta? This video combines established historical information, geological research, indigenous cultural traditions, eyewitness accounts, folklore, speculative theory, paranormal claims, and conspiracy narratives that are associated with Mount Shasta and the surrounding Northern California region. While many historical and geological details are supported by documented evidence, numerous subjects discussed, including underground civilizations, interdimensional beings, UFO activity, cryptids, hidden tunnel systems, and paranormal phenomena, remain unverified and should not be interpreted as established scientific fact. Descriptions of indigenous traditions are presented respectfully for historical and cultural context and may represent interpretations or retellings rather than official tribal positions. Viewers are encouraged to conduct independent research using archaeological, historical, scientific, and cultural sources when evaluating claims presented in this report. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.